Misha. Well, I'm from Maldives.
My name is Beto. I'm from Mexico.
I'm Ruth Mulandi. I'm from Kenya.
My short-term goals try to absorb everything. My midterm goals is to improve my communication skills.
I want to know how to give back to the community around me and back at home in Kenya.
I want to be one of the top students here. Like, have a high GPA and maintain it that way.
When I got into fourth year, I had already finished most of my credits. It was kind of smooth sailing, to be honest, and I just began concentrating only on my thesis. Fortunately, it wasn't due right away, so I also had time for social events, hanging out with friends, and extracurricular activities. So fourth year was actually pretty good compared to my second and third year.
I started doing job hunting in my third year. So there's a lot of seminars in APU you can take that can help you. It's a good opportunity to put all your thoughts in order, like to know what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, why. You need to be able to answer all these questions at this point. And it's really helpful to go to those places like the seminars and the career office, because they help you putting that in order.
My seminar class was about brain science and leadership. So we learned about the issues that affect society in regards to like mental health, and it gave me insight into what I want to major on in the future.
I had a back injury at the end of my second year, and that caused me a lot of problems. So I started going to the gym and I started practicing powerlifting, and I've been really, focusing on that. Like, it's a lot of fun.
One thing I learned to do was to keep my meals organized. So no matter how out of control my life was, like no matter how busy I was, I always had my meals organized. And I could always at the end of the day say, at least I had my meals. And it kind of spreads. If you have your meals organized, the rest of your life can become a little more organized as well. So I think keeping organized is something that a lot of students struggle with.
I enjoyed visiting my friends' homes in their countries, being with them in their culture. So I went to Sri Lanka and I experienced how to live in a Buddhist society, hang out with Muslim friends, went to the mosque, just different culture. And now my share house, we have more than 5 nationalities. All that difference makes me so happy because I like variety. And the most fulfilling thing about APU was just being in a place with many different people.
During my first and second year, I struggled a little with finding a community. I was so worried that I didn't have a place to belong, that I would miss out on so many things. Instead of looking for a place, I tried to be what a good community member would be to other people. For example, in ARCS, I really found that ARCS was a good place where I can call myself a good member and try and create friendships with. So I would always have people come over to my place, invite people whenever I would have extra food. I would always have people come over and give them advice, help them study. I would try to do that because I believe that's what a good community member would be.
My biggest challenge was to support myself financially, because you have to juggle all of these things, like your studies, friends, and you also have to work. There's a lot of things that a student has to pay. Your food, electricity, internet, rent, tuition. It was hard to manage all that.
When I came to Japan, you want to find your own path, but the society wants you to still think like them. All of us want to come out of a nest, like be born into new humans, but then there's some forces pulling us, still want us to be who we were, but we have to evolve. I feel like I have grown, stretched myself beyond my comfort zone, so I'm proud of how I'm growing up.
I hope to be a researcher. I don't think I'm very good at working, but I like finding out new things, and that's what researchers do. They find new things about the world and they show it to the world, and I like doing that. So maybe that's what I hope to do in the future.
I really want to strengthen business ties and relations between Kenyans and Japan. Maybe set up my own factories in Kenya, and then I want Kenyans to produce their own things so that they can see themselves in their work. Then they can start working on quality, such things, and once they work on their products, I think they're working on themselves as well and moving forward.
I'm planning to go back to the US and then stay there for a year or a year and a half, and then come back to Japan and do job hunting here. I like finance. Finance, I think, is very important. Knowing how to manage your money can change a lot of things in your life. Knowing how to grow your money, your capital, it can alleviate poverty, and also it can give a better life to a lot of people.
What I enjoyed the most was actually learning new things, learning new perspectives. Back home, let's just say I learned the world in like just one perspective. But over here, I got to learn more than one. And it was really nice to know, because I like things that can kind of shake my worldview. I like to think on those things.
APU gives you the opportunity to meet a lot of people and form meaningful relationships, and I think that's fun. I've met friends here that I know I'll never forget, and I'll still be in touch with them. I feel I've changed because I don't like the same things, I don't do the same things. I think I'm more practical now. Before I was just like living the now and not really caring about the future, not really planning ahead. Right now I think that's a big priority for me, to think ahead of what I'm gonna do. I also tend to think more about the consequences of my actions. I'm definitely less reckless when it comes to making decisions. I think through things more.
I want to be a human being who lives to her best potential. Yeah, because so many people made effort for me to experience this whole journey, and it's amazing.
If you're like me in APU who don't have a lot of people, or like you're the only one from your country, don't worry too much about it. If you find the right circle of people, the right circle or organization to join into, you'll be fine. Get hung over it, and don't let it stop you from trying out to meet new people. Yeah, keep yourself organized because it will help. Definitely.
Thank you very much for watching this series. It was a lot of fun. It was also a good opportunity to look back and learn from my experiences. Always remember to use your time wisely, and if you have a goal, work hard toward that goal. Thank you all, and I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.